So, Maggie, after the Giants do something Dave Gettleman's never done, which is trade back with the Chicago Bears, they draft Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver coming out of Florida. Not all that big, more of a guy that he can use in a lot of different positions. Certainly, he's got a lot of speed to him. Another playmaker for Daniel Jones in an important year number 3 for the Giants quarterback.
Listen, the headline here is that Dave Gettleman traded back and got a first-round pick for next year after the Philadelphia Eagles pulled the oops-a-doops and got above the Giants so they could take Devontae Smith. And I've got a lot of questions here. Did Dallas ever call Dave Gettleman and say, hey, I have Philadelphia. They're offering me a third-round pick. Can you top it and get a bidding war going for Devontae Smith? We may not know that answer for a long time. Gettleman trades out of the pick, gets a first-rounder for next year. Just love it. Chef's kiss. You give yourself some flexibility for next year's draft. As far as Toney, I mean, he seems like a gadgety kind of guy who can do a lot, fill a lot of roles. Playmaker, former quarterback in high school, I guess he was recruited, at that position.
Comparisons to Devin Hester. Yeah, I mean, listen, you can do a lot of things with Toney, as you saw down in Florida collegiately with the Gators. So he can help out your offense in a lot of different ways. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting when you look at that first round where Horn goes to Carolina, Surtain goes to Denver. The guy that the Dallas Cowboys wanted at 10 was Patrick Surtain coming out of Alabama. Then they're left with basically they need to get out of that pick. They make the deal with the Eagles. The Giants were clearly going to draft Devontae Smith, the wide receiver coming out of Alabama, but they get an absolute king's ransom from the Chicago Bears, a 1, a 4, a 5, move down to pick 20, and they also add to the offense. So I think all in all for the Giants and for Dave Gettleman, I think it was a good night. You've added more draft capital. You added it. Now you have 2 first-round draft choices in 2022, and you add another playmaker for this offense and for Daniel Jones in 2021.
Yeah, savvy move here, I think, by Gettleman. The fact that they got outfoxed, what are you going to do? Philadelphia Eagles jump you, and they end up moving back. And listen, how good are the Chicago Bears going to be this year? I bet this pick could end up being pretty good. I know the Bears took Justin Fields. Now they got Fields. They got Dalton. They've got Nick Foles. What's going on in Chicago? So this could end up being a real premium pick here for the Giants in 2022. I think Giants fans are going to be happy. They probably don't know too much about Toney, but I think he's going to be a real impact guy in their offense and someone who, all right, Jason Garrett, your time to make this offense really shine, and you just got another weapon.
In Dave Gettleman, I trust.